Hey, VA Nation, Jeff Newton here with National VA Loans. Today, we're going to talk about the VA cash out and the pros and cons of both and how they affect you. So let's get after it. All right, we're back. And I tell you what, like I said, we're going to talk about the VA cash out and how it affects you, whether it be the pros of the VA cash out and what you can do with the equity that you have in your house, or the cons and some of the things that you need to look out for when you're doing a VA cash out. Not every loan is built the same, and not everyone is does need a VA cash out loan, and sometimes it doesn't make sense. But that's where we want to be able to help you make that decision. We have our VA specialists here at 855-956-4040 help you understand that. All right, I'm going to bring up some slides so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Of course, VA cash out pros and cons, and we're going to look at this. The number one pro to the VA cash out is the fact that you can access cash. You have the access, and veterans and active duty service people are the only ones that have the access to 100% equity in their home. So, meaning if your home's valued at 400,000, you owe 200,000, you have access to 100% of the remaining equity of $200,000. Which, like I said, there is no other loan for that. The best part about the access to the cash is the fact that you can use it for anything you want. So you can not only use it to pay off revolving debt, but you can use it to pay off installment loans. You can use it to pay off signature loans. I know there's a lot of companies out there that are, you're probably getting mailer after mailer after mailer. I know I am about, access 35,000 or 38,000 or 47,000 up to $100,000. They're out there all the time. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those loans, but what I am saying is those loans usually carry a higher interest rate than what you're going to find on your mortgage, especially as a VA borrower, a veteran borrower. So if you do have one of those type of loans, and there's many other company out there, or any kind of installment loan or revolving debt, you can use these things or the cash and the equity in your property to pay that stuff off and then save yourself money. I mean, we've seen cases of saving up to $1,200-$1,300 a month just by removing debt and using your house as a financial tool. Um, Next, we're going to look at no PMI. That's another big pro in the VA world, and probably one of my favorite ones. So again, while you can't access 100% of the cash or 100% of financing, you don't have private mortgage insurance with it. Now, you do have your regular homeowners insurance, which you'll always have, but it doesn't carry the private mortgage insurance, which is an additional insurance that's for the lender. In this case, with the VA, you don't have to do that. Another pro is increased credit score. And this is something that a lot of people don't think about, but something that I wanted to bring up because I do think this is a pro. While you're paying, especially if you're paying off debt, if you're paying off whether it be revolving or installment loan debt, with that debt being paid off, it will boost your score. You can see your score. We've seen scores go up 90, 100, 120 points. Now, why that's important? I mean, you're thinking, well, I've already got my mortgage. What do I need that for? Well, it's important for homeowners insurance. It's important for car insurance, car loans in the future. If you have kids that are, getting ready to go to college and things like that, and you're going to help them out, and, they're going to be taking out student loans, your name's going to be on those as well. So those are some of the big advantages, or one of the big pros for a VA cash out if you're paying off debt. The next thing is flexible requirements, meaning there's all different loan types, 30, 20, 25, 15-year mortgages that you can do. Like I said, if we pay off a amount of debt and you've got extra, let's say you're saving $700-$800 a month and you want to apply an extra $300 towards your mortgage, you can actually do that on there with no prepayment penalty. And a lot of loans don't have that ability. We're going to go ahead and touch on the cons because there are a few, and so we're going to hit on those just real quick. One is, of course, a higher loan amount. When you're taking equity out of your property, it gives you a higher loan amount, so your balance is higher or is greater on your mortgage than what it was previously. Additional fees, and there are costs. There are costs involved with any kind of refinance, and if anyone tells you there aren't, they're probably not telling you the truth. You're always going to have title fees through your title company that we do to have or use to do your title work. Now, you may have a title company that you used in the past, and we may be able to utilize that and use them and see some kind of reduced fee. But if not, we'll work with either a local or a national title company to get you the lowest fees possible. And then, of course, on a VA cash out, you're always going to have the appraisal fee. That's just an additional cost that is associated with it as well. Decreased equity kind of goes hand in hand with the higher loan amount. But the one thing about decreased equity that I like to look at is it is a con in the very beginning, and but equity always, or at least historically, increases. So typically we see equity raise at a 3 to 5% a year clip. So you know that even though you are depleting a majority of your equity, depending on what kind of loan to value you're doing, that you're going to still see that equity increase. And of course, you're by paying down the mortgage payment every month, you're going to see the balance decrease. So that's always big. The one thing I want to tell you is, we have VA specialists available for you at any time. They're always happy to help. You can give them a call at 855-956-4040. They'll go over any of the loan programs with you and make sure that you understand it and that it actually is a pro for you, because that's the most important thing, that it does fall into line with what you're doing and can actually benefit you. So give us a call, 855-956-4040. Of course, you check us out online at nationalvaloans.com. And to keep up to date with all the information from the VA and VA loan related items, check us out on our YouTube at youtube.com/national VA loans. Guys, until next time, God bless. Thank you for your service and take care of yourselves.